To see my old teammate at Leeds, Mervyn Day, now first team coach, and his gaffer, Alan Kirbishley, to see if they were still enjoying life in the Premiership.
We should enjoy it, but not in the way that we're happy to be here and enjoy it. The fact that we could go and get beat quite easily or heavily on a Saturday, but say, oh, we enjoyed that. We wasn't there for that, and we still aren't. But no, I've enjoyed it, and it's gone very quick.
Well, Barnsley were everybody's favourite team last season. Now it's Charlton. Does that encourage you?
I think it was the obvious choice. I think the three teams that went up, I think that people would look at us. I think we're slightly different to Barnsley in the fact that perhaps we've been in the top flight before. And I think that where we've come from, our history suggests that you know, we are a side that has been up there a few times and come back down. And we've always had our own monetary problems and ground problems. But where we're sitting now, Chris, we're a very strong club. We're the strongest we've been for a long, long while. And if we survive this year, then I'm sure we're going to go from strength to strength.
You bring Mervyn in then. Is this Mervyn the reason why you're struggling this season?
I don't know. Perhaps the reason why he's going grey is because we don't win enough games.
It's good to know you, Kevin.
Who's impressed you, Merv, out of the players that you've got?
I think you look at our squad and everybody is very enthusiastic and very determined. The spirit is absolutely fantastic. I think if you ask me to pick individuals, which is a little bit unfair, but probably the one that really stands out is the skipper, Mark Kinsella. You know, he's now a full Irish international, a regular in the side alongside Roy Keane.
So is it fair to say then that you have to play to your maximum to win a game, or is there a game out of the 7 wins that you've been lucky to have won?
I think you've got to play to a maximum to pick any points up in the Premiership. I think also the one bit of advice we had from the Barnsley people was that a win in the Premiership is precious.
Alan spent £1 million on Graham Stewart on transfer deadline day. I asked Alan, would he like to have spent more?
Yeah, you know, I feel that in our own way we have done as much as we can do. You know, you take X amount of money in Chris from going up, and we spent money deadline day last year what we didn't really have. We've also built a new stand, and that's all gone into it. And at this moment in time, we've spent as much as we could spend. And
how much have you spent?
We've spent roughly about 3.8, I think, something like that.
Where this club was 6-7 years ago, you know, with no ground, being sort of gypsies around London playing at different clubs, virtually bankrupt, and now, you know, out of the ashes, back at the Valley with 20,000 all-seater, superb stadium, hopefully going to be 26,000 in the near future. Solvent, in the black, no debts. You know, you can understand where the board and the chairman are coming from, because it's important that Charlton Athletic survives, and survives, like Alan said, as a strong club.
So then you go to Middlesbrough on Saturday. Did the players go out and just try to play football without that usual determined graft that you put into them?
We got it wrong. We basically got it wrong Saturday. No one's fault as individuals. Perhaps the buck should stop here, but we got it wrong. And it wasn't us. And we've been firmly reminded of that this week. And I think, I can't quite put my finger on it, why it happened.
Is it one of those things, I know as a manager myself, you're on the touchline and you see your players going through, you know, it's not going through the motions, but they're doing the things that you don't want them to.
Drained. 1 or 2 of them was drained. I think we had a massive game against West Ham and local derby and everything else. But we didn't do too much that week, Chris, before we went to Middlesbrough. I just think that we got it wrong. And I think we sat down on the Monday with the players and watched a bit of the tape, and by the end of it I think they all agreed. And sometimes you need a correction. I mean, we wasn't looking for that. We would have loved to have got a result there. I mean, I came away from that game a little bit shocked by it, as I'm sure any manager would, but determined that it ain't going to happen to us again.
Well, you've been a credit to your profession, even when things have gone against you. But I wish I could say the same about
2-1.
Where was that you got sent off this year?
I got asked to leave the dugout against Leicester. And I'm not saying any more about it.
Every time I watch one of your games, you're having a word with the linesman in front of you. Or...
No, not at all. I'm just passing the time.
We've had so many letters of complaint from our fans around the dugout because they can't see none of the game when he jumps up and down. And it's always, sit down, Merv. But he's surprised me a little bit this year because he was quite unreserved when I knew him before. But like, he's took a swig of the same bottle Martin O'Neill drinks from.
Have you worked out the mathematics?
We haven't looked too much into that, Chris, to be fair. The only thing that I have stressed all along to the players is that I feel now, most people wrote us off anyway, and we should have been down by Christmas.
Well, Rodney's wrote you off.
Oh, was it?
We'll be sitting on the show.
But we was right off at the start of the season. I think every single paper and pundit had us relegated. But I've said to the players, and I've stressed it over the last couple of weeks, that we now, 6 games as you're saying, I see that our task is no greater than we had last year to go up.